All right. So you're going to take about, say, 2 minutes. Our do now question is, if two teams play a game, how many winners and how many losers will we have? So you can begin. Take about 2 minutes to think of the answer for me. All right, guys, you have about 30 seconds left to work on your answer. Okay. Markers are going down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, who would like to share? Please raise your hand. Oh, no one wants to share? All right, let's go. Natalie. No, Zakaria. My bad. I'm sorry, Natalie. Zakaria.
We have one wins, one loses.
Good job. Zakaria said we have one winner and one loser. Who agrees with Zakaria? Thumbs up if you agree with Zakaria. If you kind of agree with Zakaria, give me a thumb in the middle. And if you don't agree, give me a thumb down. Okay, so we have 2 thumbs down. All right, Josiah, you have your hand up. What was your answer?
It's going to be 10 winners and 10 losers.
You have one game, 2 teams. How many winners and how many losers with 2 teams?
It could be 10 players on each team.
Yes, but that would be individual players. How many teams can win? And how many teams can lose?
Only one team can win.
Good job. Only one team can win. And then how about the losers? How many teams can lose? Good job. One team can win, one team can lose. All right, Natalie, you initially gave a thumbs down. Do you have a different answer from Josiah and Zakaria?
I was like gonna do six wins and 6 loses. Like 6. One team wins and the other team loses, but they're like 6 on each.
Okay, good job. So technically, all of you are correct. If we are asking that question, depending on how we word the question, if we're asking about individual teams, because initially the question said 2 teams. So that means one team can win, one team can lose. But if you go with Josiah, who said we have 10 players on each team, then technically you could have 10 winners on one winning team and 10 losers on the losing team. And Natalie said maybe you have 6 players. 6 players on one winning team, 6 players on one losing team. All of those are very good answers. All of those are going to be answers that you'll be able to explain a little more once we finish our lesson on probability. So now we're going to transition to the screen, and we're going to watch a study jam about probability.
Sandlot tickets for a school raffle. He bought 3 tickets, and he learned from RJ that 55 raffle tickets were sold. Sam wants to know the probability or chance of him winning the raffle. First, one of them is chosen, he wins the raffle. Sam bought 3 tickets, so that means there are 3 favorable outcomes, or 3 chances of Sam winning the raffle. The tickets that Sam bought are called favorable outcomes. They are favorable because if one of them is chosen, he wins the raffle. Sam bought 3 tickets, so that means there are 3 favorable outcomes, or 3 chances of Sam winning the raffle. Next, we need to figure out the total number of possible outcomes. In other words, how many tickets were sold in total?
Just saying, you have your hand up. Do you know
How many tickets?
how many tickets were sold? You got a guess? Anyone want to take a guess? Write it down on your whiteboard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. All right, let's see if you guys are close.
That means we have to add all the tickets that were sold. Since there were 55 tickets sold, the total number of outcomes is 55.
I was the closest.
So you take the number of favorable outcomes over the total possible outcomes. So the chance of Sam winning goes on top. That's 3. And the chance of picking any raffle ticket goes on the bottom. That's 55. The probability of Sam winning the raffle is 3 out of 55.
Alrighty, so when we're thinking about probability and we go with what we've seen here, it says that you're going to make a fraction. Another word for fraction is ratio. Okay, so when we go back and we think about different words that we all know what fractions are, right? But what about ratio? Ratio might be a new word for us. So as we move forward, we're going to think about what number is going to go on top and what number are we going to put on the bottom. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move into a few different activities that helps us understand probability a little more. So Josiah, can you be my helper? Will you come up and get 1 coin and pass them out to, was 3 coins, and pass 1 coin out to each person in your room. Thank you.
Is that supposed to put the board back?
No, you can keep the board. All right, so we're going to do a coin toss. So, if we look at one side of our coin, we notice that one side is heads. It has a picture of someone's head. If we look at the back side of our coin, we notice that the back side of our coin is tails, even though it may not be a telltale. It's a picture of a bird. So when we think about it, we always say heads or tails. Can anyone tell me an event or an occasion where you watch people toss coins? Josiah?
Football.
In football, before you begin a football game, 2 people walk out from each team. They toss a coin, and they decide who will kick off first with a coin toss.
Who will get the ball?
Zakari, do you have an event?
Soccer.
Soccer. They do a coin toss in soccer?
I think.
Okay. I've never seen one in soccer, but maybe they do. I've never seen the beginning of a soccer game. What about you, Natalie?
Like, you like the coin toss to like decide on something?
A lot of times if there's a coin toss and you're trying to decide who is going to win, lose, get something or not, we do a coin toss. So, the question here is a coin toss really 50-50?
Yeah.
So let's think about that for a moment. Is a coin toss really 50-50? What do we mean by 50-50? Josiah?
Like it's a opportunity that tails can get it, or a 50% chance heads can get it.
Very good. It is a 50% chance that it may be tails and a 50% chance that it may be heads. Good job, Josiah. So now what I want you guys to do is take a moment and I want you to take your coin. I want you to flip it. You're going to lay it on your board. Oh, you put your board down. So lay it on your board and you're going to need your marker because you're going to flip it more than once. Okay? So the first time, lay it on the board, you're going to write whether you get heads or tails. Put an H for head and a T for tails. So look at your coin and write what you got the first time you flipped it. Okay. Now I want you to take it and flip it again. And you're going to write down what you get this time. All right, let's try it one more time. All right, and then we'll do it just one more time, just for good measure. Let's go for 4 times. Flip it. That way we have an even number of tosses. Okay, so what I would like for you to do is let's practice trying to think of it about 50-50. How many times did you get heads and how many times did you get tails? Take a few seconds, write it down on your board. How many times did you get heads? How many times did you get tails? Good job, everyone. So now let's think about trying to make that same type of fraction or ratio that we saw with the study jams. So if you think of the number of times you get heads, that would go on top. Think about the number of times you toss your coin, that will go on the bottom. So everybody had the same number of tosses. How many times did we toss our coin?
4 times.
4 times. So is 4 going on top or is 4 going on the bottom?
Bottom.
It's going on the bottom. All right. Right next to that ratio or fraction, I would like for you to do the same thing for tails. The number of times that you get tails over the total number of times that you flipped your coin. Okay, Natalie, what did you get for heads?
I'm still going.
You're still working on it? Okay, Josiah, are you ready to share? What did you get for heads?
1/4.
1/4. So if you got 1/4, then how many would you have left for tails?
34.
3/4. Good job. Zakaria, what did you get?
1/4 for heads and 3/4 for tails.
Oh, wow, you guys got the exact same thing. What about you, Natalie? How many times did you get heads?